Hello everyone and welcome back to Joys It Flies. If you're new here, my name's Alyssa and I deal with the crochet side of this channel. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to crochet one of my new favourite stitches. That is the Trinity Stitch. I hope you guys like this tutorial and let's get started. To make this stitch, you're going to need some yarn. I'm using this worsted weight acrylic yarn, but you can use whatever you have. However, I will say if you're like me and you have tight tension, definitely opt for a slightly chunkier yarn. This stitch is really difficult if your tension's too tight, so I find that learning with a chunkier yarn is just going to help you. You're also going to need a crochet hook. I'm using my 4.5mm, but you can use whichever one you'd like. Again, if you have tighter tension, I recommend sizing up your hook by either half or a whole millimetre. This will create looser stitches and will help you later on when making this stitch. We're going to start by making a slip knot, and then from here we are going to chain any multiple of 2. So you can make your project as big as you would like, as long as it's a multiple of 2. I'm going to chain 18. So here's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and make my chain of 18. As I said, you can make yours as big or as small as you would like, as long as that chain is a multiple of 2. Another thing is make sure your tension is so loose. I can't stress this enough, especially this foundation chain. If your tension is too tight, is going to be so hard to work into. Once you have your chain, we're going to find the second chain from our hook and we're going to make a single crochet into it. So 1 and 2. This is the chain we're going to work into. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We're now going to make a Trinity stitch. To do this, we're going to single crochet 3 together. We're going to start by inserting our hook into the chain we just worked into. So insert it into this one here, yarn over and pull up a loop, just like this. Then we're going to insert our hook into the next chain. So into this one here, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook right now. We're going to do that once more and insert our hook into the following chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. So we've pulled up 3 separate loops, these ones here. From here, we're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, just like this. So this is our Trinity stitch. And then from here, we're going to chain 1 just to secure this in place. So this is what we're going to repeat all the way down our row. So we're going to insert our hook into the last chain we just worked into. So this one here. Insert your hook into it, yarn over and pull up a loop. So this is our first one. Insert your hook into the next chain. So this one here. Yarn over, pull up a loop. That's our second one. And then once more into the following chain. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all of them. Then you're going to chain 1 to secure your stitch in place. Remember, keep this chain 1 super loose. Let's do that once more. You're going to insert your hook into the chain you've just worked into. So this one right here. Pull up a loop. This is our first one. Into the next chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. That's our second time. Then into the following chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. That's our third time. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then secure it in place with a chain 1. So go ahead and continue in this way down your chain, and I'll meet you back when you get to the end to show you how we're going to finish off the row. So I know I keep harping on about this, but please make sure your tension is super loose, especially on those chain ones. We have to work back into them in the next few rows, and if they're too tight, it's going to be so difficult and horrible to work into them. So I'm just coming up to the end of the row and you should have just 2 chains remaining. We're going to make a Trinity stitch into these last chains. So start in that chain you just worked into, pull up a loop, then into the next chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and finally into the very last chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. So exactly as before. When you have 4 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all of them. Now this is the difference. After you've made your last Trinity stitch, do not chain 1. That's so important, do not chain 1. Instead, we're going to make a single crochet back into this last chain, so this one that we've just worked into. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. There we are, so this is what our row should be looking like. You can see we finished the row with a single crochet and we also started our row with a single crochet. So that's how you should always be finishing and starting your rows, and you can see we then have our main Trinity stitches in the centre of our work. So I think that row 1 is probably the fiddliest row. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's move on to row 2. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1, and this does not count as a stitch, and then we're going to turn our work. Now if you remember, we always start our row with a single crochet, so we're going to make one of those into our first stitch right here. So insert your hook and make your single crochet as normal. Then we're simply going to make our Trinity stitches down the row. Now if you need to twist your work towards you like this to see your stitches better, you can see all of them very clearly now, please feel free to do that. So to make our Trinity stitch, we're going to start by inserting our hook into the stitch we just worked into, so this one here. Insert your hook, yarn over and put up a loop. So that's 1. Insert your hook into the next stitch, so this one here. Yarn over and pull up a loop, that's 2. And then a third time, insert your hook into the following stitch, just like this. Yarn over and pull up a loop. So you should have 4 loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through all of them. Then secure your Trinity stitch in place with a chain 1. And we're going to continue that down our row. So let's do that again. Insert your hook into the stitch you just worked into and pull up a loop. So that's 1. Then into the next stitch, insert your hook and pull up a loop. That's our second time. And then once more into the following stitch, insert your hook and pull up a loop. When you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 of them and then chain 1. So go ahead and continue in this way down your row, and I'll meet you back when you get to the end just to go over how we're going to finish off the row. So I'm just coming up to the end now, finishing up my second to last Trinity stitch, chain 1. So you should just have 2 stitches remaining, and we're going to work into these. We're going to make our Trinity stitch just as before. So insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, then into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then into your last stitch, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Now remember, do not chain 1 on your last Trinity stitch. Instead, we're going to make a single crochet back into that last stitch, so this one here. Insert your hook and make your single crochet exactly as before. So remember, do not chain 1. You can see here we finish and we start the row with a single crochet. And there we are, that is the end of row 2. And that's the stitch. For this stitch, you're simply going to repeat row 2 for as many rows as you would like. Now, if you're feeling pretty confident with this stitch, please feel free to skip forward to the end of the video. If not, if you'd like to go through another row, I'm going to go ahead and crochet row 3 nice and slowly with you. So for row 3, it's just going to be a repeat of row 2. We're going to start by chaining 1, and this chain is not going to count as a stitch. And then we're going to turn our work. Now remember, we always finish and start our row with a single crochet. We're going to make one of those into our first stitch, so this one here. Now again, if you need to twist your work just to see your stitches, definitely do that. We're going to start making our Trinity stitches just as before. So insert your hook into this stitch that we've just worked into. So this one here, and pull up a loop. So that's our first one. Then insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. This is our second one. And finally into the next stitch, pull up a loop. This is our third one. When you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all of them. And then secure that with a chain 1. And remember to make this chain 1 nice and loose. And we're going to continue down the row as before. So insert your hook into the stitch you've just worked into, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, and pull up a loop. And then once more into the following stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. So go ahead, pause the video, work all the way down your row, and I'll meet you back when you get to the end. So I'm just coming up to the end of my row, and you should have just 2 stitches remaining, so these 2. We're going to finish by making our Trinity stitch just as before. So remember, pull up 3 separate loops, and you should be working into this final stitch. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. But remember, don't chain 1 on your last Trinity stitch. Instead, make a single crochet back into this last stitch. If you make a chain 1, it's going to throw your stitch count completely off. There we are. So this is what row 3 looks like. You can see the pattern I think's really started to build up now. So just to recap again, we finish and we start the rows with a single crochet, and we have our Trinity stitches in the center part of our work. So go ahead and just repeat row 2 for as many rows as you'd like. I'm going to quickly work a few rows myself, and I'll meet you back when I've done that. And here we are. So I finished working up a few rows, and this is what this stitch is looking like. As you can see, it has a beautiful texture and is lovely and thick. It's also a reversible stitch when you use one colour. You can see this is the back. So if you wanted to make something like a scarf, I think it would be perfect for it. I have worked up another square, which I'll just quickly show you. You can see with this one, I've used a few different colours and it's just so beautiful. So if you wanted to make something like a dishcloth or a coaster, I think using this stitch would be perfect. It's nice and thick, it doesn't have too many gaps, so it's really good for things like that. I'll just show you the other side. When you use multiple colours, you can see obviously the colour change a little bit more clearly on the back. I don't mind that. I actually think this also looks really pretty, but I just wanted to show that to all of you in case you did want to use multiple colours. But there we are. That is how you crochet the Trinity stitch. Folks, I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it easy to follow. If you've enjoyed making this stitch, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. It would also mean so much to us if you could subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. We'd love to have you in our little community. I'll see you all again next week in my next tutorial, but until then, happy crocheting!